Well, the reason why Batman, and specifically Mr. Batman, is because I just fell in love with the bats. I used to go to Eastern Kentucky every summer, and my uncle had a coal truck business, and he would have some equipment out, and people would suck the diesel fuel out of it. So he put a single spot or street light out there. Well, of course, that brought every bug in the world, and it also brought the bats. And I used to love to watch those bats fly. So I fell in love with bats and wanted to study the bats. And then when the Batman TV show with Adam West came out, I fell in love with the bat symbol. Didn't not I liked the show, don't get me wrong, but the symbol itself, I loved anything with the bat symbol on it. So as I grew older, I was always wearing something Batman related. A Batman T-shirt, Batman earrings, Batman hat, you name it. I've got Batman shoes. So I started working for the school system as a special needs bus driver and bus driving aide. And so the kids, because they heard all the other adults, my nickname has always been for 50, well, not 50 years, probably about 35, 40 years, has been Batman. And so, it's been longer than that. Anyway, so the kids started hearing the other adults call me Batman. And so they started calling me Batman. And I said, oh, no, 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 you can't do that. You have to call me either Mr. Barber, which is my last name, or Mr. Batman. And they started calling me Mr. Batman, and it just stuck. And like I said, that was about 15, 20 years ago. Well, not that long, about 15 years ago, 10, 15. I have no concept of time. My brain is shattered. Well, I just went through 44 radiation treatments and a whole bunch of hormone therapy to get rid of prostate cancer. And, it's so funny because, well, I tell you what, God has used this amazingly so. Not only has he shown me a number of different cool things, but he allowed me to share his gospel with 17 different doctors on my cancer team. Yes, I had a cancer team. Not just the doctors, there was like 3 or 4 of them, but there was nurses and attendants and all the other people that run the machinery. Everybody, I talked to them. I loved it. And when it was all said and done, I went through my 44 treatment, because this is why they couldn't understand how I made it so far. Because they thought I was going to have more radiation or some kind of chemo or maybe even a prostatectomy, because my numbers were whacked. I mean, they were way up there. And so the whole time after I did the initial test, you wait for 90 days and then you come back and they do more tests to see if you got to have anything else happen. And they were fully knowing that I had to have more stuff, because those numbers were too high to go away with just one batch, no matter if it was 44. And so after I did all the testing, the doctor comes in that last day. He says, well, I guess there's just nothing left for us to do to you. And I said, oh, crap, am I going to die? And he says, well, your numbers aren't better. Your numbers aren't good. Your numbers are perfect. And we don't know why. He said, well, there's nothing left for us to do to you. Have a nice day. And I said, I know why, Doc, because it's the God that I serve, and he's got work for me to do. Thank you very much. And you know what? I'm in complete remission. And they said that they really thought that I was going to be going through more processes. But here I am. And I'm in great health. I can't complain about a thing. I do all the time. That's the human nature. But God has been so good. He's blessed my socks off. Whew. Thank you for asking, sir.